Hello, I'm David Gerard, and this is Pivot to AI, coming to you daily. Today, I do these things so you don't have to. It's a crushing journalistic responsibility, but sometimes I have to touch the slot machines. So I tried out Suno, the AI music app. You'll be flat amazed to hear it's trash. We've covered AI music before. Last year, the Kunlun Melodio music generator app. I'm not the audience for these gadgets. I'm a record collector. I'm a snide hipster with detailed and annoying opinions on music. But for the music streaming business, caring which song you are listening to right now makes you a weird outlier. The majority of streaming listeners want radio playing background music. You ask and they literally say, I just don't care. That's the audience the AI apps think they can get to pay them and not have to pay musicians. That's why Spotify is doing AI jazz streams that sound not quite right and very samey. They're obvious slop, but Spotify hopes the just don't care market will find them adequate. Now then, let's try Suno in 2025. The way Suno works is it gives you credits to generate 5 tracks. You can buy more credits. The output is never quite what you asked for, so you spin the wheel again and you hope Suno will get it right this time. We've gone from buying software to subscribing to online services to subscribing to online loot boxes. Suno is loot boxes with a monthly service fee. Now, an impressive demo is one thing, but when they're putting up AI slop generators as products for money, there are no unfair prompts. There is no holding it wrong. So today, I'm going to test Suno by asking it to generate music that sounds like The Fall. The Fall was a very influential Manchester indie rock band. Rock and roll fans should know who The Fall are. Here's some clips. First two are from the 1980s when they were a bit popular and very hip. Then one from 2015. So you'll get what they sound like and what the assignment is here. Anyway, The Fall's a noisy indie rock racket, but it's a particular racket, and the important point is Suno has trained on every recording they could get their hands on, full catalogues. The Fall is absolutely going to be in there. So, you go to suno.com and you create an account. First thing you do is select a genre. For this test, I selected rock. Then you pick a username and enter your birthday for some reason. Suno drops you into the custom interface for advanced lootbox gamblers. I switch to the simple interface to just try it out. I ask Suno for a song by The Fall disparaging Mark Riley. That's Mark Riley, the radio DJ on 6 Music, who was in The Fall in the early 80s until he gave the singer, Marky Smith, a well-earned punch in the mouth. Smith wrote several Fall songs over the next few years attacking Riley. So that's a whole subgenre of Fall songs. I hit the Create button and it gives me an error. You don't have access to this model. There isn't an upsell button there, it just doesn't work. Looking around the interface for a bit, I noticed the V4 drop down, so I set the model to V3.5 and now I can hit Create. Suno starts ticking away, generating some fresh slop. Suno takes about 15 seconds to make 2 short songs and 2 one-minute excerpts to upsell me on the next model. Let's play these wonderful creations. I'll give you short excerpts from the 4 tracks, not the whole things. There's really not a lot to them.
Stuck in your corner, spinning tails, standing in his air. Little man, little mind, big mouth, I swear. Stuck in your corner, spinning tails, then a spare. Little man, little mind, big mouth, I swear.
These do not fulfill the assignment. Like, hopefully it's obvious they just don't. What on earth is that AI vocalist doing? Suno has no idea what the fall means. I tried 3 more prompts with increasingly specific wording. Everything was the same sort of output as the first prompt. AI generated 2000s indie rock, compressed vocals, hot sound on everything, like you'd hear on XFM at the time. Or you wouldn't hear it because they would have binned it. The song structures are random parts bolted together. A song finishes after 2 minutes, and Suno bolts another bit on the end. The bot hasn't managed to abstract song structures into its training. I'm getting the strong impression these genre choices are rigged demos. It has a small and very tight selection of styles. It will not do music actually in the style of a band name. It'll just generate a genre stereotype and add some bad lyrics. Suno's lyrics are an AI slop version of how, you know, when an author tries to put lyrics in a novel and they don't understand how lyrics work, so they write bad poetic lines they think sound cool. But Suno also has a very shallow pool for lyrics. Over the 16 takes I tried, it kept repeating particular words and even whole lines. Like, at least the generated instruments sound surprisingly okay. This is actually a good demo of sound synthesis. The vocal and playing style sounds human, just not good. This is a dancing bear, and I'm complaining the dancing bear is not literally Ginger Rogers. But Suno isn't a tech demo in a lab. Suno is selling a packaged product for money, and as a product, Suno is not good. After 4 failed attempts at the fall, I spent my final 10 credits on this prompt. Generic electronic mainstream chart pop song. Insipid lyrics. Mundane. More mundane than that. Good dance beat. And Suno delivered. 100% met the spec. Here's the excerpts. Isn't that just what I asked for? Pretty sure Suno's pop genre is 90s Eurodance, specifically Swedish. That's the precise pop music Suno used. That last song is actually a bit catchy, but this is AI, so Suno nicked it from somewhere. So I failed to win the right toy from the claw machine. Fortunately, you can earn more credits. You go to Earn Credits and then Listen and Rank. It gives you 2 generated fragments and you're supposed to compare the sound quality. One task gets you 5 credits. Doesn't that look like fun? So, Suno. It's a perfect AI product. It's a genuinely impressive demo that's really trash as an actual product in a box sold for money. I had low expectations going in, and Suno went lower. I can imagine someone being impressed by Suno, because some people can't do anything without a chatbot. But if you like music, it's enough to have an idea what song is playing, you're probably too fancy for Suno just yet. Go to Bandcamp, buy a record, go out and see a band. Thanks for tuning in to Pivot to AI. If you had feelings about this episode, share the episode and your pain with at least one other person. We live off word of mouth from you, lovely people. Hit like and subscribe, leave a nice podcast review, and you can support Pivot's vital work, where I do this to myself by dropping just $5 into the Patreon linked in the show notes below. Thank you all. See you tomorrow, and bye for now.